And here it is. This is the CharCole Sports Show, Season 3, Episode 7. I'm Charlie Prien, joined by KAOR 91.1 FM studios in Vermilion, South Dakota. And what a beautiful day it is today, Cole, because the CharCole Sports Show got some recognition today.
Yeah, we did.
And you got to go up there and on the big stage and really tell the whole world about why did YouTube change their UI? Anyways.
No idea.
But yeah, we're excited to get going, and we're actually playing it right now. So yeah, you can see the interview right there. You're not going to be able to hear the audio, but there's Cole right there. And yeah, you can see a little bit of our color palette has changed up. Cole, you can talk about what you're saying here.
So the first question, again, this is all on the USD Coyote News YouTube channel. If you want to watch back this replay, it's toward the second half of the show. Got asked where our show started. I said it originally started as a high school project before moving on here to college before we moved out on about episode 80-ish. We tried counting, couldn't quite. And then
a bunch.
Yeah, what we're going to talk about here today, ran through that as I ran through our intro here a little bit ago as well. And then third question was how I announced sports for the Vermilion Tanagers, how I kind of go through my preparation process throughout for that. And then the final one was if I had to choose one game or one sport to broadcast for the rest of my career, what would it be? And I said that between basketball and football, it probably had to be basketball. Just because there's constant action, there's always something to kind of keep you entertained. And it was about a 2-minute interview as we're getting to that final question here right now. I'm trying to figure out how to change this color. I have no idea.
That's okay.
Where it could have possibly went. I know that's not going to happen anyway. We'll show that chat here in just a little bit.
I'll put him on the show.
You think so? You know, we can. But there was that fourth question, and
let's put viewer discretion advised.
Yeah, don't put a radio mic in front of him.
Yeah.
Just put a. I don't know what happened to any of this. Oh, I think it was like this before. Okay, again, watching this on YouTube, CharCole Sports Show live every time on the YouTube side of things. And then, of course, live on KAOR 91.1 FM as well. Again, the opinions expressed in this program are not those of KAOR 91.1 FM, the USD Media and Journalism Department, or the University of South Dakota.
Just our show.
Correct.
It's the opinion amongst ourselves.
The opinions of Cole Larsch and Charlie Prien exclusively. Am I blind? I can't find this at all.
What's that?
How to change the colors or anything.
I don't think it looks that bad.
I don't either, but I just don't know why it changed.
I mean, if anything, it makes it pop. Like they're actually going to look there.
True.
Has that always been like that?
Yeah, it's not blue. It's been red.
I like that.
Minnesota beats the Huskers. Put me on the show. It's not going to happen.
Nebraska beats Minnesota. Let me on the show. We're going to have somebody on the show. Can we talk about what just happened, Cole? You got to just
we do. You can go right ahead.
All right.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I don't remember where you showed me this. We are sitting in the presentation room, if you will, the bullpen, the radio studio. Cole showed me a picture of a really, really expensive football card of Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yep.
And I said, who's that? He's like, oh, the big man's. Okay. So what's the story here? And he said, well, he wants us to sell it. And I'm like, okay. He said, well, what are the comps at? Okay. Well, I think they're about 500. So I go online and I do some digging. I cannot find this. Cole, what year is it? He finally tells me the year and I find it. I find this card on eBay. I'm like, oh, we got a comp. Oh, wait. Hold on. This is the card. Don't do that.
I don't know what that was.
This is the card. So I'm looking at the card. I'm looking at the screen. I'm looking at the card. I'm like, Cole, you won't believe this. Check this out. Cole looks at the card. There's no way that's the same thing. That's the same card. It was cracked out of a PSA slab, and I was like, how'd you get it? Anyways, got it out of a repack. It's a really sweet looking thing. And we're definitely going to be able to get you a pretty penny for it. There's no reason that card needs to be graded in the first place.
Correct.
So I think it's a good thing that you have it. how you have it. Nobody needs to know. Anyway, super sweet card.
Yeah, it is.
Super sweet card. If you can take a screenshot of it, you should put it up on the screen. It's a flawless Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's the year after he was a rookie. If that was a rookie card, that'd be a grand plus, but 700 for sure. I think we can probably get 600 out of it. But anything over two grand, I'd probably tell you not to put on eBay. Hey, you got it?
I'm just messing with things now.
Oh,
We got all kinds of presets.
well,
on here, I
there was like
guess.
a weird orange looking color.
This one?
That's gold.
That's what. Oh, this one?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Again, you're confusing the radio side. Tune in to CharCole. Which means all of my stuff that I added in, and you could not hear me for a while because I have the microphones. Nice. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, sports cars. I mean, you never know what we're quite going to talk about here in the CharCole Sports Show. I know Mr. Bryce, if he's watching, which I think he is because he texted me about the show a little bit ago. Yes, we do know that when I say the CharCole Sports Show starts right now, we go silent. It's mainly because of copyright issues for YouTube. Because we can play music on the radio here on KAOR
because we have the license,
and it's correct, but we do not have it on YouTube. It's giving me cool on hey, that's mean. I run replay for some games for USD, and I kind of get all over the place. It's been one of those days so far. Actually, just got back from an interview, so Charlie and I are big shots now. Which I thought it was going to be the both of us, and then Charlie just goes, "You're up, kid."
I did say we were going to have 6 viewers, and that's where we're at right now.
You did. That is correct. But yeah, I mean, we just kind of went along, and I did say that I wasn't nervous. If you're not nervous about something, you don't care. And I was a little bit nervous because I'm like, I got to make sure I watch what I say. Because reminder, we're FCC regulated, and it hadn't hit 6 o'clock quite yet.
Yeah, I suppose
we got to be because we're on.
You're live TV on
live TV. Yeah, so you have to be. Yeah. I think.
Well, I don't know how that works.
I'm sure they are, right?
I don't know.
But I was like, I kind of get in that mode about 5:45 is where I start to switch my my dialect of the English language. But then
I like that use of words there.
You like that? You like that play on words?
Yeah. Just for information, I got the Colts, the Ravens, and the Cardinals.
Wow. Good shooter. But yeah, I know. Anyway, back to my original point about Bryce. I know he's got some cards out there. He showed me a couple of them. He has some really cool, like, old cards too.
Oh yeah, like what year? Like older than 90s?
Bryce would have to say to be exact, but I think something like that. Yeah,
that's neat.
But and we've gotten somewhere. We've sold some before. We sold a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card.
I know
that was sweet.
And so then we sell this, and Morgan's like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool." The next day, we go to the Sioux Falls card show. She sees one in a PSA 9 and says, "You only sold it for $60?" I'm like, "Morgan, you don't understand. You don't understand what you're looking at right now."
That is because that's a very big card.
Yes, and I'm like, okay. And then we ended up seeing one in a 9.5, the BGS 9.5.
Wow.
And she hits me and she says, "I think I get it now, but that's a lot of money." I'm like, yeah. BGS 9.5 of the Ken Griffey that we had would have done 1.2 grand or so.
Yeah.
So
I'd say
it's just the thing is like our card was nice, good corners and everything. The centering was awful.
Oh, it was like a half inch off center.
I almost wanted to send it in just to see what it'd get. But if you only get a 7 on it, say you get a 7 because corners are good, you'd probably get a 7 because of centering. So
yeah. Then you have zero ROI.
Yes.
Because it's $35 to send it in.
Exactly. And then you have to sit on it, which that card's not going anywhere. I mean,
right. It's just going to somebody. It's not like they're buying it to resell it.
Right.
But yeah, we got to get ourselves, each of us, quite a collection.
I know. I'm sitting on one right now that it dropped a lot in value, but it needs to go back up.
That'll happen. Again, welcome to the CharCole Sports Show. First time listener.
We can talk about
this is kind of just how it goes.
It's the sports show, sports cards. There we go.
That's very true. Bryce never said what he's got. So Bryce is just MIA, I guess. Not Bryce. There you go.
Cool.
Bang, bang, choo-choo train. Shall we move on to
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
USD Sports?
Yeah, let's do it, huh? We had a win.
We did.
I mean, ugly. I don't even know ugly is the right word.
I think ugly is the exact word for it.
Ugly.
But it was a road win in the Missouri Valley Football Conference.
Gross, yucky.
19-14 over Indiana State.
Unpleasant.
True. You're very correct.
What other adjectives can we add here?
That's a good question.
Ugh. But hey,
USD moves to 4-3, 2-1 overall. As we do one of these. Indiana State 2-4. They're 0-2 in the Valley. You see the scoring summary there. You're going to see a lot of Will Leyland's name. Or if you're the ESPN Plus guys, Leland.
Oh, yeah.
Or Aiden Bowman.
Hey, how about
Nate? What did they call Nate Ewell?
Ewell?
Yes, Ewell.
Yeah.
They called him Nate Ewell.
Well, here's the deal, Cole. You're looking on your screen at the Missouri Valley Football Conference's Special Team Player of the Week, Will Leland. So, Will Leland, not Leland, by the way. I mean, come on, people.
Yeah,
we have a guy who works really hard to make sure this stuff gets right.
Steve is amazing at what he does, and the fact that all these national broadcasters just don't look at what he does, it's honestly impressive, the amount of the little give a damn they have.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, it's not that hard to just ask one question. Like,
not even one. I mean,
you'd think they'd ask these.
You don't have to ask that. It's not even a question you have to ask. That's the problem.
You think they'd ask these coaches like during the week, like, how's Bauman playing? Or if they say Bowman, then I hope they correct him and say, how's Bauman?
Just wanted to let you know. It's not Bowman, by the way. Just wanted to let you know so you can make sure you get it right on Saturday at the game. It's Bauman. Any other questions you have on players?
Or just watching the press conference, because I'm pretty sure that Travis Johansson says his name like 3 times a press conference.
Maybe he does it on purpose just to,
Maybe. I don't know. I couldn't tell you the last time, honestly, I've watched one of those press conferences.
I think I've watched 2.
Yeah.
I
have in the
past. He's settling into more of the PR trained type of head coach.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean by that? Like, he'll say stuff, but he's not saying stuff.
Correct. It's just like word soup.
But like last year when he was just the D coordinator and he would interview with John, oh my gosh, he would say like actually interesting stuff. Like I would listen, like my dad and I were listening to him last year. We're out in the Black Hills. And my dad says, "Who is this guy?" I'm like, "He's our D coordinator. He sounds like a pretty smart guy." I'm like, "Yeah, I think so too."
And he is. He sounds like that because it is, but yeah, no, it's definitely more of the what's the word for it? You know what I'm talking about, like the run around.
Yeah.
Coach speak. There we go. Something like that.
Yeah.
But they got the win. I'll pull the box score here as I just took off my glasses. That's the Valley standings. There's the full box score. Aiden Bauman, 18 of 25, 186, no touchdowns, no interceptions. The lone Coyote touchdown was from LJ Phillips, who rushed the ball 34 times for 187 yards net and a touchdown. His longest carry.
He's having a heck of a year, man.
He leads all Division I running backs in yards with just shy of 1,000, like 986 or something like that.
That's sweet.
But when you get the ball 34 times, I believe Jack Martins and Lorenzo Fenner have settled in as Aiden Bauman's 2 favorite targets so far. Lorenzo Fenner, 4 catches for 42, excuse me. Jack Martins, 5 catches for 77 yards. So far have been the 2 biggest targets.
Cole.
Yes.
Why aren't we seeing Javion Phelps out in the field? I hear he's at practice. He's on the sidelines.
I've also heard that, and I've also heard that.
Do you have a comment?
And I've also heard that it's because his I don't want to say this. I can't say it directly from our source.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to rephrase it, but pretty much is the staff does not like his attitude.
Sure.
From what I've been hearing, which is very unfortunate because he's a very good football player.
He is very good.
But it's just gotten to the point now where it's They are just tired of it, and they're saying, unless you fix it, you're going to be here. And that's pretty much what it's been.
Well, it'd be
So
nice
far.
to see him back.
That's what I've heard.
It'd be nice to see him back for sure.
I agree. Because, I mean, now it's a little late in the season for it, but these last 2 games, Murray State, Indiana State, UNI, 3 games to get back into the game speed would have been a great opportunity.
Just to go out there and get into the condition, the shape you need to be in, you know?
Exactly, because you can practice all you want. We have experience with this, you know. You can practice all you want and have 3-hour practices and 4 conditionings of practice on Tuesdays or however they schedule it here at USD. I have no idea.
Or however they schedule it here.
But
I'm sure it's something probably adjacent.
My guess would be it's somewhat the same. But, yeah, just to get into game speed. I don't know. It is very unfortunate because he was our best returning receiver coming into the season. But now I believe Lorenzo Fenner has taken over that. He's made 2 very good catches.
He's an athletic guy, but I think what separates him from others is his falling out of Austin. Where's Austin? Austin what? I thought you said you were 400 miles from my dad like a couple hours ago. I don't know any Austins that are close.
Minnesota?
Maybe there's an Austin, Minnesota.
I'm pretty sure there's an Austin.
There's probably an Austin, Minnesota.
I think there is.
My geography is poor. But anyways, ball skills are impressive, and I enjoyed that with Lorenzo. No, I think he's a good player. Excited for him.
Austin, Minnesota, 4 hours and 51 minutes from here.
Oh, you're going to be getting in late, Johnny.
It is southeast of the cities. It's east of Albert Lee yet.
Interesting.
But it's southwest of Rochester.
Interesting.
So there you go. That's where he's at. So there's the box score. Looking ahead, actually, let's look at the you cannot see this at all.
We're sitting middle of the pack. Above that.
South Dakota sits 4th in the Missouri Valley right now at 2-1. NDSU in 1st at 3-0. SDSU at 2-0. North Dakota at 2-0. Illinois State 1-1. Southern Illinois 1-1. Youngstown 0-2. Indiana State 0-2. Northern Iowa 0-2.
We got to take care of business this weekend.
0-2. Yeah, I mean that's a understatement of the year right there. Speaking of this weekend, the Yotes travel to the Unidome, number 22 according to the stat.
Is it Uni or Uni?
I think it's Uni.
Uni, I believe it. I believe whatever you told me.
Or it's one of the two, I guess. Cedar Falls, Iowa, Northern Iowa, 1:00 inside the Unidome, whatever.
I'll believe you.
Second trip into the state of Iowa. You can read that game preview on goyotes.com. Steve puts a lot of work into those. He knows what he's doing. Missouri Valley Clash. Big one before you kind of gear up for 3 home games in a row. As in a week and a half, it is Illinois State, the Redbirds. Week after that, it is North Dakota.
Yeah, it's not going to get easier.
And the week after that is South Dakota State. And the week after that is
got to be North Dakota State somewhere
at the Fargo Dome, isn't it? Got to be.
Oh, no, we already played North Dakota State. My bad.
Oh gosh,
I'm
what
lost.
is it now? It's on the road though, because that's our last home game.
Should we play Youngstown anywhere? We have to play Youngstown.
It is hosting Illinois State, hosting North Dakota, hosting South Dakota State, and at Southern Illinois.
So we don't go to Youngstown this year?
No, we don't go to the ice.
I'm happy about that.
Absolutely. Thought it was hard enough to win Indiana State, let alone.
Just don't say that.
Don't
say that.
Let alone the Ice Palace, Youngstown State Penguins.
Awesome. Big Dog and Fletch. 4 hours to Mitchell. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then, Big Dog and Fletch. I'm coming back tomorrow morning.
Not tonight, huh?
No, the only way I'd go home tonight is if I got a good cell cam picture, to say the least. That's what I told my dad. I'm like, that's the only way.
Yep.
And it would be a late night and an early morning, but I don't care.
Yep.
But no, I was thinking about going duck hunting tomorrow, but I don't want to go by myself. So what I'll probably do is go home tomorrow, deer hunt tomorrow night. Oh, that was a really cool autograph card from a dolphin. I was like, I don't got the Dolphins.
I was wondering what happened over there.
No, but And then I'll go probably duck hunting Friday morning, and then deer hunting. Like nighttime is the only time they move, at least recently. But the pressure's not as high, so whatever can get them on their feet. I don't know. Anyways, and then we got opening pheasant hunting this weekend.
Yeah, it is.
We get my
I'll be
dog
home for
back.
it.
Yeah, Cole's gonna be home.
I called up my dad today, like, hey, you need a farmhand? He goes, well, it depends on who it is. He's a smart. You know what? You know where I'm going with that.
If you would have said Niemke, you would have said no. We're good.
Well, it might have said yes.
Well, I guess Niemke. Yeah, Niemke does know his way around a farm, I suppose.
Somehow. But yeah, there's an outlook for your USD football team. Again, 4-3 on the season, 2-1 in the Valley. Let's move on to volleyball as soon as I load these pictures in. Here's the first one.
How about that team, huh?
Well, they got 2 wins, 2 road victories in the Summit League.
How about them?
They currently sit, boom, 11-6 overall in the season.
I like it. I thought you were going to throw up. There we go. That's what I was.
I was getting there. I was trying to. It was actually not 2 road games. I knew that. 1 at home, 1 away. But traveled to St. Thomas. Did not travel to St. Thomas. Holy cow, Cole. They hosted St. Thomas on the pink out night.
Weren't you there?
I was there. I was, in fact, there for all of it. Running replay, which is why Bryce said that comment on Thursday. That was a 3-1 victory for South Dakota. Took care of business on what was, at the time, a top team in the Summit League. St. Thomas, I believe, took 2 losses in a row now, so they're down to 3-2. They lost the first set 22-25. Or no, they won the first set 25-22. Lost the second one 18-25. Won the third one 25-21.
They got right.
And the fourth one 25-19. Lauren Medic led the way, 15 kills. Morgan Bodie with 4 blocks. One thing teams are starting to key on, as we saw down in Omaha on Saturday a little bit, is we've noticed that the USD volleyball team loves to go to Lauren Medic.
You don't say.
Along that left side.
That's what my sister said too.
And teams are starting to key on that, and that's the reason they lost to, I believe it was Denver.
Ty Felton to 10. Come on.
Ooh, there we go. But they've adjusted now. Morgan Bodie has been going off recently. Amanda Lotion's been doing pretty good in the middle. So their middle attacks have gotten better. That's from a volleyball analytical side.
Analytical man.
Because sometimes I do know ball. Then on Saturday, they traveled to Omaha. Home game for about half the team. There's 5 players from the Omaha area, 3 from Omaha, and 2 from Papillion, Nebraska, which is, I think, decently close. Couldn't tell you my Nebraska geography. USD got the win, 3-2, 21-25, 25-20, 25-23, 23-25, and 15-9 in front of 1,300 people at Baxter Arena. Once again, Lauren Medic led the way, 23 kills. Amanda Lotion, 5 blocks in the middle. Avery Van Hook, 58 assists. They get the 5-set road win. Again, to move to 11-6 on the season. As we look at the Summit League standings, if I can get this out of the way, there we go. USD currently sits themselves in 4th at 3-2. SDSU and NDSU so far undefeated. Denver, very good team at 4-2. St. Thomas at 3-2. Then there's a pretty decent drop-off. UND, Omaha, Kansas City, Oral Roberts. There's a severe drop-off down to Oral Roberts. They might not win a Summit League match this year. Down there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Coming up for the USD volleyball team, they actually play tonight in Kansas City in half an hour. 7 o'clock start in Kansas City on Wednesday. When I first saw this date, I had to double check it, but because I thought I was getting duped.
Duped.
I thought Ethan, honestly, made a mistake on the tweet that said, "Coyotes prepare for a trip down I-29 Wednesday night." I'm like, what? Why would they be playing Wednesday? When I clicked in the article and it said Wednesday night, I looked at the website, it said Wednesday night. I'm like, I felt like I was getting duped. Since when do you play Summit League games on Wednesdays? I don't know.
Maybe it's their homecoming.
Why would you play it on a Wednesday? Still, I don't.
Well, you're asking all the right questions.
Why would the Summit League accommodate to a homecoming? When have they ever done that?
For Kansas City.
Because Kansas City's the big pull in the Summit League.
They are.
You're right. My bad.
Yeah, Cole, you're not listening. I mean,
It's on me.
Yeah.
Shout out UMKC. No free shout outs from the CharCole Sports Show, but
we do give out some.
we do give
Bunions
out some.
and who's the other one?
Bunions, Tom Jones.
That's right. That's it. That's it.
We've shouted out Canada a couple times, but for their smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Their wildfire smoke. And then on Saturday, they will host South Dakota State on the Redout, 6 p.m. This will be a very interesting game. Big test as SDSU yet to lose a Summit League match. And if memory serves, they will not lose their match on Thursday.
Okay.
Actually, they might. Ooh, this is a tough stretch. They host North Dakota State on Thursday.
Who's that?
This is SDSU. They host NDSU, who's also undefeated in the Summit League, and then they travel down to Vermilion.
Dun dun.
Very interesting coming up.
Give me the under, whatever it is. Give me the under. You think they have like lines on volleyball sets? Like set one, the line is 42 and a half.
So. I don't think so.
Yeah?
No, because there's so much that change. I mean,
Think about
I
it.
don't know.
Think about it. Think about it.
I don't even think it would make sense though. I don't see because if it were possible to do and somebody could set lines and make money off the lines, it would already be done.
No way. This got to exist. It's got to exist somewhere.
I don't think so.
Really?
No. I don't think so.
Well, that's going to be our next business adventure. Business adventure, not adventure.
Right. Yeah, you have fun with that.
I think we should.
On Saturday, Cole won't be there. Correct. I will not. I was originally supposed to be in Minnesota for the Nebraska-Minnesota game on Friday. Not going there. Should. Not going there anymore. We're going up to do Smith for the Smith against Esteline Hendricks on Friday night. Heading back home. Helping Honor on the farm, doing a little pheasant hunting on Saturday, hanging out with the family. So, Bryce, I apologize. I thought about coming back to Vermilion. Well, but I saw that there were no more open positions on the staffing sheet, so you guys got it covered. I'm good.
This is wild.
I don't even know what's going on over there anymore.
I'm enhancing my skin appearance.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Coyote volleyball. Home on Saturday, the Redout against SDSU. Quickly, let's move to the soccer team, which I apologize. I do not have screenshots of this, but they moved to 6-4-5 on their season. 2-2-1 in the Summit League. On Thursday, they traveled to Kansas City, took a 1-1 draw, an unfortunate draw. They scored in the first 20 seconds of the second half to make it 1-0. Gave up a second half goal to make it 1-1. Kansas City was sitting pretty close to the bottom in the Summit League. Then they traveled to Tulsa, Oklahoma on Sunday, the 12th. Took a 2-1 loss. Had a first-minute second half goal to make it 2-1, and that is how it stood. But Coyote volleyball team back at home. Final regular season home game on Saturday. They host South Dakota State at 3 p.m. As we take a look at the soccer standings again, top 6 teams make the playoff in the Summit League. Top 4 teams host. They currently sit in 4th. Oral Roberts is number 1, Denver 2, SDSU 3 at 3-1-1, South Dakota 4 at 2-2-1.
Can you dig it?
Omaha 5 at 2-2-1, North Dakota 6 at 1-2-2. As of right now, Kansas City, North Dakota State, and St. Thomas would not miss the playoffs. So a tough draw there against Kansas City. If you can get that win, you put yourself into – you'd still be in 4th, but a comfortable lead in 4th place to host. Just saw my dad. So, yeah, that's a funny text there, Dad. You're right.
Yeah, if you do have Cole's number and you text him, he will be able to read it if it's too much for the YouTube chat. Just saying.
Correct.
So,
well, this is
Cole.
This is what my dad sent me. Also, Bryce. I agree. But just think, in the next 3 weekends, we have 2 volleyball, football doubleheaders in a row. That'll be fun. Also, recently announced, the USD men's basketball team will be hosting Northern Arizona.
And White Lake.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hungry, man, okay?
Yeah, no.
Let a guy eat.
I got to that text, too. Sunday, October 26th, South Dakota hosting Northern Arizona at 1 o'clock in the first ever Division I exhibition game inside the Sanford Coyote Sports Center.
Seriously?
That's what head coach Eric Peterson said. So that'll be.
I have questions, but whatever.
Well, listen, Division I.
Oh, I suppose because they played Mount Marty and Wesleyan.
Correct. That's not Division I.
You got a point.
So,
I'm really surprised that we're not playing Wesleyan this year.
I am too.
Because isn't Nichols from the tree, the branch? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh,
Sam Nichols, isn't that their coach?
Yeah, something like Nichols. I honestly could not tell you, but yes, that'll be fun. There we go. Camera one, Bryce Tees for that game. There will be 3 people working that game. Brittany on music, me at PA, and Bryce on camera one. Only for the in-stadium audience. So if you want to see Bryce's great camera work, you've got to be in the stadium.
So they don't
stream.
Really? And no
tickets are available at the door.
Right. But no instant replay ability. Or will they?
I guess not. Well, if they need it for the table.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
They'll have it there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because they've got no matter what's going on in the arena, they've got 2 remote cameras, PTZ cameras, that are positioned underneath the video boards. If you look for them, you can find them. And like volleyball, they're stationary on the court, but basketball, they move back and forth with the ball.
Do they hire somebody to do that, or is it AI?
No, it's AI.
Huh?
They just move on their own. But
neat.
then at the table, they'll have somebody with the replay, and they'll only have 3 camera angles because they use every camera angle we offer, and like the games that Midco comes in, they get every single camera angle. So when Midco comes in and we have the game, there's like 8 total cameras. They've got every single one of them.
That's cool.
Now they usually use the Midco ones because they're usually following the ball a little bit better, and they're professional camera operators.
They hire someone to.
They do. Yeah, they use our camera one as well. Bryce, yeah. I just said you must be a little bit behind, Bryce. I just said that. But yes, that is what they will do. If there is an official review in this exhibition game,
Cole Larsch is going to be the
liaison. I will be the eye in the sky for it because I'll be right there. So that'll be cool.
I'll ask your opinion.
Doing the PA for that game.
I have so many.
It'll be like my 4th basketball PA, I think, for USD.
I have so many questions.
Sam, we got done.
Why is Northern Arizona coming here?
Okay, here's the thing with that. There's a connection between head coach Eric Peterson and their coach.
Oh, really?
Somewhere along the line,
they intertwined.
Yes, there is a coaching connection between the 2 teams.
See, I'd like to know.
And I looked at the KenPom ratings. Northern Arizona only 10 teams higher than USD.
Oh, we got
a KenPom.
We got a banger set up here.
Yeah.
So technically, can we have a recorded score, or no?
No, but we could do as our friends of the show, the Howling Podcast, Chad, Jordan, and Mark like to say for the soccer scrimmages. Or no, not the soccer, the softball scrimmages. If USD was sitting at one desk and Northern Arizona was sitting at another, we could count their Skittles on their desk.
Oh.
And say how many more Skittles one team had over the
other.
I see. That's what they do.
Well, we're going to see how many Skittles. Well, how do we even write about this in the next Valon issue? In an excavation match, Northern Arizona, long way,
has 5 more Skittles than South Dakota. I don't know.
We got to find a better way.
There's also a women's basketball exhibition
in the Pentagon,
like
tomorrow.
Soon. Is it tomorrow?
I can tell you. Well, actually, never mind. I have it on the. I put it on the doc because I'm like, if anyone wants to go, I'll put it on the next 2 weeks doc, and I'm going to gauge interest for it. And then nobody said anything, and nobody asked.
I don't think I have access to that document.
What?
I think it got sent to me.
It's on the 18th. I'll send you the link right now.
On the 18th. That's Saturday.
Okay, my bad. All right, here's the deal.
I'm going to put it as Saturday. Yeah, I apologize. I will not.
I'm going to put it above the StreamYard link in there so you can go click on it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I don't have access. It's shared to my school email probably.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's it.
Game at Pentagon, gauging interest. Colorado State, isn't that where one of our players? Boy, that's an unfortunate time for that to be. That's the same day as the home doubleheader against.
So
Somebody was not thinking.
Yeah.
But
shouldn't have deleted the ones I deleted. Anyways, I have an archive sheet. I forgot I did that. See on the bottom, you can see 2 tabs.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at me go. Anyways, Mr. Brightside will attend that game instead, he says.
You're going to go to the Pentagon instead? You know what? Good luck with that. Then I've broadcast a couple games from Pentagon.
Oh,
great place. You are way up there. We've done this,
over
right?
Top of it, yeah.
Yeah.
You're sitting over top of it.
Yeah, we had some sideline interviews.
Yeah.
We queued them in, but we didn't have a camera to go over to them, so it was just a random voice. No graphic, no camera. We did some Pentagon games for them last year for all their classics they did every weekend. Yeah. And all we did was they had their own production crew do it. Like their scoreboard, their cameras, their everything. And then we would just take their feed and send it to ad breaks and commercials.
Really? That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And how much did we have to pay for that?
No idea.
How much did they have to pay for that?
Yeah. Probably $50 a pack of smokes. I have no idea.
Sounds like a fair for a game, maybe. Do you remember that time that your windshield wiper fell off?
that was at the Pentagon.
Yes, I was there. It
was terrible weather.
Well, it rained, and then it froze, and then it snowed, and then it froze, and then it rained.
We got to get the full story here. So, Hoop City Classic circa 2022, probably 23. It was split 3 days between the Corn Palace in Mitchell, the Pentagon in Sioux Falls, and the Corn Palace in Mitchell. So, there was a crew of 5-6 of us working the games. Charlie and I decided that after the first day, we were going to go back home and leave super early for the Pentagon. It was like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday deal or something like that. It was over Christmas break. So we go back home. We leave 6:30. We meet in Mitchell to go over there. The rest of our crew drove over and was setting up until 2:00 in the morning in the Pentagon.
True story.
And we drove over there. And as we're over there, the weather got really bad to the point where
what did we do that night? Did we go back home?
We drove back. I remember this. So I'll get there. So we leave because the weather got so bad. We got told to leave a game early. So we missed a banger of a game, that last game. Couldn't tell you what it was.
Could have stayed too, actually.
But we were running super late anyway, behind schedule. And we were like, we got to leave. We've got an hour and a half home because they were going to stay that night and then drive over to Mitchell the next morning. And we get out there, and of course, snow and ice all over the car. I've got 2 brushes in my car, so Charlie and I are going at it. And then I go to run my windshield wiper, and only one wiper comes up. The other one is still stuck to the windshield. So that breaks off. And as people are leaving, we're over there and we're messing with this thing and trying
and mind you, the rain just starts back up again.
Right. So it rained probably an inch. It snowed about 6 inches, and now it's starting to rain again.
Parking lot is completely ice. Ice.
It is. We should not have driven back. The interstate was almost closed. Like they were closing it behind us.
Yeah, we were one of the only ones on it.
We got to the section of the road where there was a foot of snow, not plowed, no tire marks, which is straight guesswork. Anyway. And so we're doing this, and as we're just trying to get the windshield wiper back on, and we had a couple families from random towns stop over and help us. And they're like, how can we help? Well, I don't know.
And while they're from California, and
they're snow. Yeah, exactly. And then they're like, we're just trying to. So we get back. Luckily, it was the passenger side windshield wiper. So we drive back with one windshield wiper. It is actively raining and snowing the entire way home, and we drive on I-90, and one of probably 4 cars in the interstate between Sioux Falls and Mitchell was us. 4-wheel drive, 40 miles an hour maximum driving back. Because, as you got further west, it, of course, got worse. And then we woke up the next morning and did all 9 games the next day inside the Corn Palace. There you go. There's that story for you. What's CharCole? See, that would have been a great interview story.
We have some lore.
Yeah, we do.
We have some lore.
That was way back. Yeah, that was fun. And then by the time we had left, we finally got out of the parking lot and decided, you know what? We're just going to make do with this windshield wiper. The last game was halfway through the fourth quarter, and it was a banger of a game. Like it was a great contest. I couldn't tell you who was playing. We worked so many games that day.
I know the
It was to the point-
was there.
It was to the point where we were rotating 3 people. It was a producer, announcer, and then somebody for a game would just lay it back behind us and sleep. And
Overworked.
the Pentagon staff beside us had a fridge full of energy drinks. That was gone by the time we left. Allegedly, if anybody working for the Pentagon ever listens to this, allegedly, we were out of energy drinks. It was we rotated, 2 people working, 1 person sleeping. The buzzer would sound, we'd elbow them and keep on rotating.
This picture I just got. Pheasants.
Huh.
That's pretty cool.
There you go. There's a story about the Hoop City Classic circa probably
A while ago.
2022, probably.
Yeah.
They might not even be doing it this year. You know how crazy that is?
Really?
Yeah. Well, because Ernie Kuiper can't do it because he's the general manager of Murray.
Basketball?
Yeah.
Oh, I did know that. I guess.
Yeah. Because who's their head coach?
Murray State.
Yeah. Basketball. Mitchell guy. Oh. Anyway.
I have no idea.
Couldn't tell you off the top of my head. There you go. There's that story. Just like that, we're at 6:44.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make this thing go. You should talk about soccer.
We already did.
Oh, we did?
Yeah,
Where was I?
I could not tell you.
All right, let's talk about the Vikings. We haven't talked about those guys, have we?
Yes, the Minnesota Vikings.
Not much action last week other than we have a quarterback competition / injury / maybe Max Brosmer.
Listen,
this is funny.
If Ty Hanson's listening to this, I have never once in my life cheered for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. However, give me Max Brosmer as the Vikings quarterback. Continue.
So I'm sitting, I don't remember where I was sitting yesterday with Morgan, and she looks up at me and she says, "So Carson Wentz isn't playing?" I'm like, it's still up in the air. Well, it says that JJ McCarthy's not playing. And I says, well, who does it say is playing? Who's Max Brosmer? I'm like, what do you mean? He's the truth.
Right.
And of course, I was like, he's the truth. He's our next GOAT. He's a Gopher quarterback. He's from Minnesota. He's the guy that we all cheered for in the Bengals game. Oh, okay. I suppose he could play. So, anyways, maybe the bro show is who we see.
I like that a lot. Max Brosmer.
Both quarterbacks talked today at the podium, Cole.
That's interesting. I'll have to go back and watch that. But
like the PR training that comes when you get older, you just go and I heard that all NFL players that are drafted go to like a seminar thing where they show you PowerPoints and they tell you like what to say, what not to say.
I believe it.
And like how to respond and stuff. And I think I was watching Julian Edelman talk about that on a podcast one time. And I think that maybe that training came in clutch for JJ McCarthy, and it is going to moving forward. But he says all the stuff that you want him to say, you know.
Right.
So, anyways,
by the way, Murray State men's basketball head coach Jared Miller.
I knew that. I didn't actually know that. I didn't know that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You did. You knew it somewhere. It was back there somewhere.
It was back in the old noggin of mine.
In your vast knowledge of ball. It was ball. The NFL, the Vikings. Listen, the whole quarterback deal. If you, there's 2 sides of this coin. Very clear. Oh my gosh, sorry.
Flip the coin.
There's 2 sides of this deal. Heads is it if this my opinion on this is completely different if we lose that game in London, which we might have should have, but the Browns are just that bad.
But good teams find a way to win.
Correct.
Maybe.
But here's
or bad teams find a way to lose.
Here's the thing. If we lose that game, I say put McCarthy in and run him the rest of this. Run him till his legs fall off.
Well,
however, did not. Carson Wentz
has a bum shoulder, but it's not his throwing shoulder.
Correct. He throws to our best receiver.
he throws it up there, which is pretty much something that all of us could do.
What's wrong with that? Get a guy.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And then, if there's ever a question between the two, right now in this situation for the Vikings, I think you go with veteran presence.
I don't disagree, but what I disagree with
Wentz.
your point is valid, and it has a merit. Okay. However, where your point does not have merit is consideration that we have a guy who we drafted highly. We have put a lot of work into him, and the only way for him to get experience is to go out there and play the Philadelphia Eagles if he's healthy on Sunday. But if he's not healthy, then don't start him. If he can't go and be better than Carson Wentz on Sunday, then don't start him. But if Carson Wentz can't make throws to our best player, then he should be out there. I don't disagree. But if both of them are hurt, give me the bro show.
If both of them are hurt, exactly. Give me Max.
We're gonna have to dress Kevin.
We're gonna have
Desmond Ridder.
Desmond Ridder as our backup.
He tried out for the Panthers this week. He's currently in an apartment.
That's the exact opposite side of the coin that I was talking about. There's two sides of this deal. One, it's like your two consciousness sitting on your shoulder. One's going this way, one's going this way. You got to stick with Carson Wentz. However, you drafted a guy that high. You didn't see a single snap his rookie season. He can officially be labeled injury prone. Guy's played 3 games across a season and a half. Not quite a season and a half, but you get what I mean.
I know.
But here's the deal. If you want him, you got to stick with him. If he's healthy, absolutely.
Guy's a winner. That's the thing.
If he's healthy, throw him out there against a depleted Eagles team and see how the season goes. If you finish 3-14, you finish 3-14. If you finish 14-3, you finish 14-3. If he's healthy, you got to run with him. But you cannot force him if he's not.
I agree with that. You can't push the envelope. But
however, I
want to see McCarthy out there just because
I agree.
He drafted. I mean, he's like a rookie. He's like, this new quarterback. But I would feel more comfortable with Wentz out there. We roll Wentz out there. I'm like, I'm going to be happy either way.
1,000,000%.
I would prefer to see McCarthy.
Yes.
I would prefer to see McCarthy. But if Wentz rolls out there on Sunday, I will have a lot of faith that we're going to win the football game. We might win the football game if McCarthy plays. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you win, you lose, or you tie. I mean, this is how it is. But you don't know what you're going to get with JJ. He's a winner. He was all the way through his career, and he took his first loss a couple weeks ago against the Falcons.
Correct.
Cole?
But he's not a proven NFL winning quarterback. That's the only
That's right. You're right.
Carson Wentz, again, if he doesn't have the injury, he probably has 2 rings.
Probably.
While
Jalen Hurts is
he's playing, and Jalen Hurts doesn't exist. But
he's playing for the no, never mind.
Young Tigers.
Yeah, he's in China.
Or the Timberwolves play the other day. It was the Guangzhou Loon Lions, which is basically just 5 old, washed-up NBA guys.
Hey, don't say washed up about Frank Kaminsky, okay? Don't say that about my boy.
They're washed up.
Frank Kaminsky gave the Duke Blue Devils a national championship.
What's wrong with that?
No.
Listen, it pains me, but yes, if at the end of the day they're both healthy, you got to go with McCarthy. But if McCarthy is 98%, you go Wentz. And every tweet I've seen is, "Oh, his mechanics are looking really good, and he's really looking good in practice." That doesn't matter. Throw him out there. I just want to see.
Yeah, you've been seeing the mechanics stuff too online.
Yes, yeah. It's like, oh, his mechanics have been looking really good in practice. Anybody's mechanics can look good in practice, but it's the National Football League. You got to play when it matters the most
against the best athletes this world has to offer.
Correct. Not your practice squad. No offense to practice squad guys. They're still really good because they made it to a practice
squad. Our practice squad offensive line, not bad. We've seen that.
Our practice squad offensive line is currently starting this week.
It is our offensive line.
Correct.
Big news, though, for the Vikings. Blake Cashman coming back. Cole,
was he this week?
Yeah, they pretty much confirmed it. Anyways, he did speak this week as well, which is really good. Cole, question for you.
You can't speak when you're injured.
Right. Cashman comes back. Who do you put on the bench? Eric Wilson, the savvy vet, or Ivan Pace, who's been missing more tackles than any Viking in history ever, it seems.
I think you got to give Pace a game off. Like, he was really good last year, but Eric Wilson has come in and, like, They said his name at first. I'm like, who is this guy? That's also been half the team so far this year.
Pretty much.
Just through the first games because we're in so many stringers and third stringers. I think you go Wilson. You start Wilson and just rotate Ivan Pace in 50-50. Give him 50% of the snaps.
Or what I heard PA say this week is what he expects to have happen is rundown pass down situation where Eric's in there for almost all of the passing situations, third and long or second and long. And you see Ivan Pace in there as a blitzing linebacker. You don't want to give things away, but it at least gives Beeflo some options out there at the linebacker position. Right. No offense, Kobe King cannot guard the pass and should not be out there.
Right.
So,
I agree. You just got to give, even if it gives away some of your looks. But here's the deal. Every team does this. They have their third and long defense. They have their passing situation defense. Every team has that. Some disguise it a little better than others. You bring in different pass rushers for pass situations. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
Anyway, Vikings play the Eagles on Sunday.
Nimke's team.
They do.
Noon.
At US Bank, noon. Eagles are slight favorites. 3 points.
I got it in my thingy. 1.5 favorites. Eagles.
Really? That's closer than I would have thought. They're also very injured. They also don't hand the ball off to the second best running back in the league.
I know.
Interesting.
It's going to be a get-right game for Saquon. A lot of folks think. We got 7 minutes, Cole. We got 7 minutes, Cole. Let's quickly brush on high school football.
We are 1 week away from the playoffs.
Next week, we're going to have a dedicated segment in the show.
6:40. Next week, South Dakota High School Prep Football. Our picks for 9-man and 11B. Because, again, remember, we pick them before they start the playoffs, and then we see after the playoffs who won. I think there's a couple of these classes that are still pretty open. You look at some of the bigger classes, AAA is going to be interesting between Brandon and Lincoln. I think that's going to be the Dome rematch. AA between Huron and Yankton. If neither team loses, that's going to be a very entertaining playoffs. It's Sioux Falls Christians to lose.
Yeah, A is going to be the most boring.
Lennox. See, now Sioux Falls Christian and Del Rapids play. Number 1 and number 2 play this week. That'll be a very telling game because that might be the Dome. That depends on how far they knock them down, though. I don't know. There's a clear gap between 1 and 2 through 6, and there's a very clear gap between 2 through 6 and 7 through 13 in 11A. 11B, it is 100% point Jefferson and lose. I think Springs can give them the best run. St. Thomas More, they're high up there, but they don't play anybody. That's what I'm thinking so far.
I agree, again, but they're dominant.
Full picks next week.
Next week. Should we get to our picks of the week here?
9 AA. Well, let's keep on going. 9 AA. This one is FMFA.
And
Hamlin.
That's it.
I voted Hamlin number 1 every week so far. Not every week, but for a long time now.
See, Hamlin can win games, and they have a tradition of it.
Correct.
Freeman has, but a long time ago.
Correct.
I don't know what to think. I'm excited to see that class have someone else. And 11B.
Correct. Ain't that the truth? 9A, everybody's really high on Wall. I'm not. I have voted Warner number 1 every week.
Warner has actually had a game that counts on their schedule.
Yeah, they've had games that have actually mattered and won. Wall has played nobody. I think they played one team above 500. And now you're like, oh, well, they don't control that. The state does. I get that. But you just don't impress me with those wins. 9B. It's Avon at the top right now.
Sure.
St. Mary's is pretty good, too. They're going to be a tough team.
That St. Mary's team is better than people think.
I would agree with that. Let's look at the last media poll.
If no one passes against them, they're going to be all right.
Harriet Selby upset Sully Buttes.
Yes.
Which was interesting, but that didn't change my poll at all because I didn't have Snoopy's number 1. I've had Avon number 1 for a couple weeks now. But, it'll be very interesting. 6:35, 6:40 next week. Full Dakota Dome winner picks for South Dakota High School football. And that's 6:57:06. Perfect timing for our picks of the week. Here's how we did last week on our record so far. I've taken a 9% deficit. I'm at 21 of 17. I went 4-4 last week. I'm at 55.3%, down 1.3% on the week. Charlie's at 22-12 at 64.7%. Again, the winner based on this is whenever I go rogue and take more than 6 picks a week or something like that, we go based strictly off percentage. Last year, I won. 2 weeks ago, you won, or 2 years ago, you won. So at 101, this is the winner take all year for the CharCole Sports Show.
This is it.
This is how we did last week for our picks. I went 2-0 in high school, 2-2 in college, and 0-2 in the NFL. Charlie went 0-2 in high school, 1-1 in college football, and 2-0 in the NFL.
I picked with my feelings in my high school picks. So,
well, we also just picked the game of the week in high school, and it apparently was not very good.
Talk about the Cologne team, man.
State football team is going to be a party. Also, rumor has it, cannot confirm this yet, but you might hear the voice of Cole Larsch throughout the Dakota Dome for one of the championship games. Cannot confirm that yet. However, there is a slight possibility that is the case.
That'd be free, man. If you need a spotter, let me know.
It'd be awesome.
I do it for free.
It'd be awesome. Well, it's either that or you get paid like $6 an hour. So here's this week's picks.
Honestly, I'd rather do it for free.
Honestly, instead of having to go through the paperwork and all that. I've got Lennox over Tri-Valley in 11A this week. Lennox should not be only rated number 4. They should be higher than that. I've got Mobridge Pollock over Dual in a get-right game in 11B. College picks. Listen, Nebraska ranked the first time since 2016. Have not won at Minnesota in their last 5 times. They are 1 for the last 6 Minnesota. Minnesota's a talented squad. I am actively hoping that this pick is wrong, but I'm taking Minnesota and the 9.5.
The Sunday Morning Post, after Matt Rule's Huskers go up to Minnesota and beat the Golden Gophers. Matt Rule, the new Penn State head coach.
No chance. He doesn't leave.
He's on the plane.
And USC plus 9.5 against Notre Dame. Too many points against that high-powered offense. I got the Bears to cover against the Saints and the Seahawks to whoop up on the Texans on Monday night.
Yeah, I agree with that Seahawks pick. I got the same. But in high school, I got Watertown over Sturgis in a weird double-A matchup. And then I got another double-A matchup. I got Pier over Spearfish because I just don't think Spearfish can win football games that count. And then I have Nebraska over the Gophers, minus 9.5. And then I have LSU plus 2.5 over Vandy. I'm not behind the hype of Vandy. And then I have the Vikings. I have to take the Vikings because I did that one time and they got it. And then I took a week off. So that might be vibes, but I don't know how the vibes are looking. You know, that type of thing I'm working with. So it's weird, but I got the Vikings plus 1.5 over the Eagles. Just seeing where I'm at with the whole vibe thing.
There you go. There's our picks of the week. Thanks for tuning in. Season 3, Episode 7 of the CharCole Sports Show. We'll see you right back here next week, 6 to 7 p.m. KAOR 91.1 in Vermilion and live on YouTube, the CharCole Sports Show live. Here on KAOR, Ethan Ladke and the Locker Room Sports Show are next. KAOR 91.1 in Vermilion.